properly mount secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Proper color, it is amber. Alright? Headlights, properly mount secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Low beam and high beam are present, clean and clear. Signal lights, properly mount secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Proper color is amber. It is used for left, right signal and forward flashers. Bottom of the vehicle. There's no puddles, there's no oil leaks, coolant leaks. Suspension of my tractor is not leaning to the left or to the right. If it is, has suspension power is big fix. Alright, and then we come over here and we do alternator properly mount secure. Not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts bolts. Alright, it is belt driven. The belt it is not cut, rip or torn. Alright, and it doesn't have no more than 3/4 of play. Alright, wires properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose. No missing nuts bolts, is not cut, rip or torn. Alright, ¿cuántos minutos tenemos?
Un minuto.
Un minuto, alright. Coolant reservoir properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts bolts. It is on safe operating level. Cap is on tight. Hoses are properly connected, properly mounted secure with clamps. They're not cut, rip, or torn. They're not leaking any coolant. Alright? Power steering pump. Power steering reservoir properly mounted secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. It is on safe operating level. Cap is on tight. Hoses are properly connected with clamp. They're not cut, rip, or torn. Not leaking air, fluid. ¿Estamos bien o no? Alright, power steering pump. You follow these holes, the orange hole, and go down over here. It's power steering pump, properly mount secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Alright? It is not leaking any fluids. Hoses are properly connected with clamps and not cut, rip, or torn, not leaking any fluids. Alright? Air compressor pump. It is gear driven, and also the power steering pump, it is gear driven. I forgot to say that. But the air compressor, it is gear driven, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolt. Alright, is coupling and fittings are properly connected. Hoses are not cut, rip, or torn, not leaking any air. ¿Cuántos minutos llevamos? Okay, cut. Jump over here to the water pump, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. It is belt driven. The belt is not cut, rip, or torn, and it doesn't have no more than 3/4 of play. Alright? So right here, right? And you see it has 2 dots right here to just make sure you know go help you out. That is the water pump, right? And then from there we go to the dipstick properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolt. I'll take out my dipstick, clean it, put it back in, take it out, and make sure it is on safe operating level on the above line. All right. And then from there we go to the airline electrical hoses, properly mount secure, top and bottom. They're not cut, rip, or torn, and not leaking any air or fluids. All right. Y los puede ir, güey. Power steering rod. No, steering rod. Properly mounted secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolt. It is not bent, and it doesn't have no more than 10 inches of play. All right. You gotta do that, all right? And then from there, we go to the gearbox. Gearbox, properly mounted secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts, all right? And it's not leaking any fluids. Hoses, properly connected with clamps. They're not cut, rip, or torn, and not leaking any fluids. Pitman arm, properly mounted secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts. It is secure with cutter nuts and cutter pins. This is the cutter nut, and this is the pin, cutter pins, all right? And then you go to drag link, properly mounted secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts. It is secure with cutter nuts and cutter pins on both ends. Joints and sockets are not worn or loose, all right? And then steering arm, properly mounted secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts. It is secure with cutter nuts and cutter pins, right? And then we go and tie rod. Tie rod, properly mounted secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts. All right? It is secure with cutter nuts and cutter. Okay, one. Properly mounted secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. It is secure with cousin nuts and cutter pins on both ends. Joints and sockets are not worn or loose. All right. So remember, Pitman arm has cousin nuts and cutter pins. The drag link has cousin nuts and cutter pins on both ends. Y también tiene joints and sockets. Esos son los joints and sockets. Esas donitas ahí. All right. And then on the steering arm, tiene cousin nut and cutter pin, just secure, right? And it has joints and sockets también. The tie rod has two cousin nuts and cutter pins and joints and sockets, right? Make sure you say that. Right? Después de ahí, güey, we're gonna talk about suspension. Spring mount, properly mount, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. All of these is the spring mount, right? Bushes and hanger are not missing or damaged, right? These are bushes and hangers right here. Alright, and let's put a lead spring, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. It is not shift to the left or to the right. It is secured to the axle by U-bolts, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Shock absorber, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. It is secure top and bottom, and it's not leaking hydraulic fluids. Right? And después de ahí, güey, we're gonna talk about
Brake chamber,
ABS and airline.
ABS and everything.
This is the airline, and this is the ABS. Properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts or bolts. Couplings and fittings are properly connected, and they're not cut, ripped, or torn, not leaking air. Brake chamber, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts or bolts. All right. Not missing clamps, and it is not dent, and no leaking air. Slack adjuster and push rod, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing pins and parts. All right, and it doesn't have no more than 1 inch of play when the brakes are released. Brake drums and pads, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. All right, and cut. All right. So now, tire component. Inside rim, outside rim, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. All right, they're not dent. It's not dent. It doesn't have no legal welds. Inside tire wall, outside tire wall. It is properly mounted, secured to the rim. There's no abrasion, bumps, or cuts, not leaking any air. Tire tray. It is original tire. There's no regroups, recaps, and is no less than 432 or inch of tread, and is evenly worn. Lug nuts, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. All right. There's no rust, no shaving metal indicating that they might be loose. Hub seal. Properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. It is on safe operating level and is not leaking any fluid. All right, and then valve stem and cap. Right here, valve stem and cap. It is properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. It is not cut, ripped, or torn, not missing any cap, and it's not leaking any air. I will use a tire gauge. I will check my tire with a tire gauge. Make sure it is on safe operating level, 100 psi. Boom, that's it for 8. 1, 2, 3. Door, properly mounted, secured, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. All right. Easy open from the outside. All right. And then door hinges, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Es todo lo que tienes que decir. And then weather seal, properly mounted, secure. It's not cut, ripped, or torn, and not hanging. All right. And then you close the door, and that's it. And then you start from here, top all the way to the bottom, and go. Mirrors, properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. All right. It is clean and clear. All right. And then you talk. That's my water, right? Yeah. And, Right? And now, so like I said, you go the mirror, and then you come over here and you talk about the lights. Lights, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not full. Proper color, amber. It is used for left-right signal, four-way flashing. Right? And then you put this down. Y así como lo estoy haciendo, usted lo van a hacer. Battery box, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not full. Right? Terminals are properly connected and there's no corrosion or leak acid. Alright? Es todo lo que tienes que decir. Luego, depth tank, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not bolt. Alright? Cap is on tight. Alright? It has a safety change. This is the safety change and rubber seals. Alright? The rubber seal, it is not cut, rip, or torn, and it's not leaking any depth tank. And it's on safe operating level on 1/8 quarters, no? 1/8 of a tank, right? And it's not leaking any depth. And then fuel tank, properly secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts, bolts. It is secure with brackets to the frame, all right? There's no holes, there's no crash, there's no leaking fuel, right? Cap is on tight, and then you open it up and you say it has a safety change and a rubber seal. The rubber seal is not cut, rip, or torn, and it's not leaking any fluid. But make sure you open it up, and you go like this. It has a safety change, pero no lo tiene, but you say it. And the rubber seal, it's not cut, rip, or torn, right? And then you put it back in, ciérralo bien. Right? And then you talk about the steps. ¿Cuántos estamos en Alright, so steps, que viene siendo todo esto. Steps, properly secure to the frame. Alright? It's not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not to bolt. And there's no loose objects in my steps, right? Catwalk, properly secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not to bolt. It is secure to the frame. Alright? There's no loose objects in between, right? Like on there's any loose objects on my catwalk, right? Los puede ir, hablas del drive shaft. Este es el drive shaft. All these things and right here. Drive shaft, properly secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not a bolt. Alright? It has Jew joints, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not a bolt. Jew joints, you know, top on the front and back, all right? And they're properly greased and there's no debris in between my Jew joints. These are the Jew joints, right? Here.
And it says right there, Jeff.
Thank you. All right? Oh, the drive shaft, right? And then exhaust, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not a bolt.
Did I tell you? Yeah,
All right?
I did tell you that this one has an airbag.
There's no rust, there's no cover and suited, and no holes, no leaking, right? There's no leaks. Después de ahí, güey, vas a hablar del frame. Frame, properly secured. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not a bolt. It is not bent, and it doesn't have no illegal welds, alright? Y luego después de ahí, güey, now you're gonna talk about your suspension, que viene siendo spring mount, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not a bolts, no missing pushes and hangers, alright? Y luego después de ahí, güey, eye bolt, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts, bolts. All right, the spring. All right, the spring, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts, bolt. It is not shift to the left or right, and
So for me,
it's properly mounted in the axle with Jew bolts, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose. Okay.
And leaf spring.
Okay, it is secured to the axle with Jew bolts, right? And then you talk about Jew bolts. The Jew bolts right here, right? All right, Jew bolts properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose. No missing nuts, bolts. All right, and then you talk about the shock absorber. Ahí está, etiqueta ahí. Shock absorber properly secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts. It is secure top and bottom, not leaking any hydraulic fluids. Y luego puede ir, güey, por rock. Properly mount secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing out the bolts. Alright? Luego vienes para acá en corto, ¿verdad?
Do you want to go see what I'm trying to say?
And then airbag mount es esta plaquita.
Yeah, if you
Airbag
don't
mount,
see, like, you won't see, like,
properly
the
mount
picture.
secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing out the bolt.
I'd rather
Bushes and hangers es la placa.
Okay, but
Alright?
it doesn't
Bushing and hanger
But remember,
are
if
not
you
missing
get
or
A,
damaged.
you won't
Y
have to
luego
worry about none of this
airbag,
happening here in
properly
the back.
mounted secure.
Just
It
go
is not
inside the vehicle.
cut, rip, or torn, not leaking any air. All right, and then you go over here and talk about
Yeah,
your braking components. Braking components will be ABS, and airline. Properly mounted secure, not broken, crack, loose, no missing out a bolt. It is not cut, rip, or torn. Couplings and fittings are properly connected and not leaking air. All right, and then brake chamber right here. Brake chamber properly mounted secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing out a bolt. It is not dent, no missing clamps, and not leaking air. And then slack adjuster, push rod. Es este. Here. You see it? What? Slack adjuster, push rod, properly mounted secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing out a bolt. All right, and it doesn't have no more than one inch of play when the brakes are released. All right, y los puede brake drums and pads properly mounted secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing out the bolt. All right, no holes on the drums. There's no oil, grease on the drums and pads, and no less than a quarter inch of padding. That's it on the braking, and then inside rim, outside rim. Inside tire wall, outside tire wall. Tire tread, it is a good condition.
Original?
No less than 232 inch tread, and it's evenly worn. There's no spacers. All right. You look for
I would do door, deck tent,
lug nuts, hub seal, and valve stem.
If you think deck
And then
is
from
easy-
there we
if
jump
it's
over
easier
here.
for you, then you can do deck first,
Flat.
and you can do passenger door,
Alright.
and then you can do.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whatever you order,
Ready?
you organize
And
it,
then
but the
come over
way.
here this side. Hold on.
Yeah, perfect, yeah. As long as you
Alright.
just mention everything and don't forget anything, okay?
Because we're gonna end on the beach trip.
Okay.
So, and then
So
from
did you want me to
after
explain the way I would
you
explain
say,
the door?
I will check my tire with the tire gauge, make sure the inflation is 100 psi, make sure it's on safe operating level 100 psi. And then you come over here and you talk about the mount flat, properly mount secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing that bolt. It is not car torn, and it has a reflective tape, proper color red and white. All right, and I have 3 lights. 2 of them are red. They're properly mounted secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing at all. They're used for 4-way flashers, left, right signal, tail, and brake. And the white is only for reverse, all right? And
No,
that's
you
it
won't have to explain
for
the hinges,
beat
you'll go
trip,
straight to the cap.
all right? This is coupling components, all right? So you go
Coupling component.
yeah, we're gonna talk about complete components, right? So, airlines,
Do you want to go again?
Electrical
Do you
line.
Have you driven?
properly mounted secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing that's bolt,
Oh, okay.
right? They're not cut, rip, or torn, and they're properly connected to my trailer
Yeah, I think
and to my truck, all right?
Then I was gonna ask you, do you know the
Electrical line, properly mounted secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing that's bolt. It is properly connected to my trailer
route? Oh, okay, I can show you the route.
and my
tomorrow.
tractor,
You want me to
all right?
do pre-trip all day today?
It's not cut, rip, or torn, and there's no
So if you
wire
wanna do, like, the full
exposed,
pre-trip
right?
inspection of the whole
Look
vehicle?
for the way. Service line is blue. You know, you see the blue right here? Service line is blue, and emergency line, it is red. All right? And they're not, they're properly connected, you know? They're not pinch, they're not tangle or loose in between my tractor, you know? Right? So they're not tangle, o sea, todos son,
I'm gonna act like I'm Rick, okay?
they're not pinch, and they're not dragging or loose on my tractor. However you want to say it, dragging or loose, como se te da. Okay, and then from there, then you start talking about the airline connectors and electrical connectors, properly mount secure to my trailer and to my tractor. All right. Ahí están las airlines también y está eléctrico. All right. So airline connectors, electrical connectors, properly mount secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing, not bolt. All right, they're properly sealed. All right, and then you talk about your glad hand, properly mount secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing, not bolt. It is on lock position, and the rubber seal, it is this, the black thing right here, rubber seal. It is not cut, rip or torn, not leaking air. All right, and then electrical plug, properly mount secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing, not bolt. All right, it is properly connected to my trailer and to my truck. All right, and then you talk about airline piston. This is the airline, and the piston is this one. You see it? That's the piston, airline piston right here. Properly mount secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing, not bolts. All right. The airlines are not cut, rip, or torn. Okay. And apron.
Okay, so come outside.
All these is the apron,
I
right?
usually always have to.
Apron.
Properly mount secured. Apron. Properly mount secured. Not broken, crack loose, no missing, not bolt. All right. It is secure. It is properly mounted to the skid plate. This is the skid plate, right? All of these is the skid plate. Properly mount secure. Not broken, crack loose, no missing, not bolt. The skid plate looks like this. So this is the apron sitting on the skid plate.
Yeah, you have to.
All right.
go through the alleyway.
So there's no light in between my skid plate and my apron. All right. So the way you say it on the skid plate, you say skid plate properly mount secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing, not bolt. It is properly greased, tiene grasa, and it doesn't have no light in between my apron and skid plate. All right. And then you talk about the fifth wheel. This is the fifth wheel. All these fifth wheel. Properly mount secure. Why I say? Porque todo está junto ahí, right? Properly mount secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing, not bolts. All right. And it's not dent. No missing. It is secure with cutter pin and pivot pin. All right. It's the cutter pins right here, and this is the pivot pin, the one that makes the rotation. Okay. And then we talk about the, what is it? ¿Cómo se llama este pedo, güey? Se me olvidó. Platform, properly mount secure, not broken, crack loose, no missing, not bolts. All right. It is secure to the frame. All right. Y güey, el fifth wheel, güey, y el skid plate, it is secure to the platform. All right. So make sure you say it. All right, like that. The platform properly mount secure to the frame, not broken, crack, loose, no missing, not bolt. And then, ¿cómo se llaman estos?
Boats.
Mounting bolts, properly mounted secure, not broken, crack, loose, no missing, not bolt, are properly mounted to the frame, all right? Y luego después de ahí, güey, vas a hablar de locking pins, estos son. Properly mounted secure, not broken, crack, loose, no missing, not bolts. They're on lock position. Y luego después vas a decir, by sliding fifth wheel, it is in proper clearance where it's not gonna crash into my landing gear on turns. ¿Cuántos minutos llevamos?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Okay, all right.
And it's not bent and no illegal welds. Then after that is going to be the locking jaws, the one that's going across, securing it, properly mounted secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts, not bent, and also secured, ¿cómo dice? In a lock position around the kingpin.
Yes,
That's
that's
it.
it.
So
For coupling.
see,
right?
for coupling. That'll be the last part.
You guys slide, properly mounted secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not bolt. Proper color, amber. Headboard, properly mounted secure to the frame.
¿Cómo
or
se llama
to the
ese?
platform, right?
¿Qué?
The frame or platform. Headboard, frame,
Headboard.
platform. Properly mounted secure to the platform. All right, there's no holes, no cracks, no missing rivets. All right, and then side skirt, all of this, all of these walls, side skirt properly secured, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not bolt. There's no crash, no holes, and no missing rivets. These are the rivets. These little tiny things are rivets, all right? And then I have reflective tape all around my trailer. Proper color, white and red, all right? And then you come over here and talk about the landing gear. Landing gear, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not bolt. Their legs are fully raised all the way to the top. Crack handle is properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not bolt, and it is in lock position. Alright? And then you come over here and you talk about the mid marker. Mid marker, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not bolt. Proper color, it is amber, it is used for left right signal, 4-way flashers. And then rear marker, properly secure. Not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not bolt. Proper color, it is red. So this is how you say it, rear marker, all right? And then you come over here, all right? And then, you want to cut? Say it like that or no? O quieres que me meta ya ahí y lo hacen ustedes bien. ¿Cómo lo quieren hacer ustedes? ¿Adentro? O antes de meterse adentro, hablar del tandem release, cross member, and floorboard. ¿Cómo lo quieren hacer ustedes?
Entonces, ¿está bien?
¿Así? ¿Como ahorita? Porque a huevo te vas a tener que meter. Yo diría que mejor, mira, me voy a meter y así ustedes
Okay.
lo pueden hacer. ¿Listo para grabarme? Alright. Alright. So, after you're talking about the rear red marker, you come over here and you talk about the tandem release. Tandem release. Properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, that's bolt. They're not bent, and they're on a lock position where my locking pins are out. These right here, and then the other one over there. Right?
Do you know which of the
And
airbag
then
mounts are?
cross member,
Or do you know
properly
which of the
secure,
airbag mounts are?
not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, that's bolt.
Yeah. So it's on
Floorboard,
top and on the
properly
bottom.
secure,
Okay, and the
not
airbag's
broken,
on
cracked, loose, no missing, that's bolt. There's no holes, and they're not loose. Right? And then we start talking about our braking components, which will be airline, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not bolt. They're not cut, rip, or torn, and not leaking any air. All right, and then brake chamber, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not bolts. All right, no missing clamps, and it's not dent, no leaking any air. Brake, slack adjuster, push rods. Properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts, bolt. No missing pins and parts. My bad. It doesn't take. There's no more than 1 inch of play when the brakes are released. All right. ¿Cuánto llevamos?
1 minute and a half.
Okay. Brake chamber and brake pads. Properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts, bolt. There's no holes on the drums. There's no oil, grease on the drums and pads. All right, and there's no less than a 1/4 inch padding. All right, y look por ahí. Now we're gonna talk about suspension. The spring mount, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts, bolts. All right, all these is the spring mount. No missing or damaged bushes and hangers. All right, eye bolt. This is the eye bolt. Properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts, bolts. Lead spring, all right, this is the lead spring. Properly secure to the axle, is not shift to the left or to the right. It is secure with Joe bolts. Joe bolts, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts, bolts. Torque rod, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, nuts, bolts. All right. Inside rim, outside rim, properly secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing, not a bolt. It is not bent, and no legal welds. Inside tire wall, outside tire wall. It's properly secure to the rim. There's no abrasion, bumps, or cuts, and not leaking air. Tire treads, good condition, no less than 232 of inch tread, and is evenly worn. Spacers, no debris or trash in between my tires. All right, and cut. So, lug nuts, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. There's no rust, no shaving metal indicating that they might be loose, right? So make sure you point all of the tires, same as the big trick, right? Hub seal, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Flush, they're on safe operating level and not leaking any fluids, right? And then valve stem, right here. Valve stem properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. It's not cat return, no missing cap, and it doesn't have no leaks. I will check my tire with a tire gauge, make sure it's on safe operating level, 100 psi. All right, and then all flat, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. All right. It is 8 inches. It is approximately 8 inches from the ground, and the mud flat is not carry return. Be back at 1300 at 1. Okay, that's on. 1:30. All right. Look for the E-way. Door tie. Properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts.
¿Cómo se llama ese?
Door tie.
Door tie.
La puerta, donde amarra la puerta. Door tie. And then you come over here, and then you talk about the door. All right, thanks, buddy. Doors, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. There's no holes, no crash. All right. And then you talk about that door
Hinges.
properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. All right. And then door locks, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts or bolts. It is on lock position, top and bottom. All right. Weather seal or rubber seal. Right. Okay, looking in, however you want to say it. Rubber seal or weather seal. It is properly mount secure. It is not cut, rip, or torn, not hanging. All right. And then bumper. Okay, cut. Bumper, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts. All right. It has DOT tape all around my bumper, proper color, red, white. All right. And then we talk about clearance lights, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts. Proper color, red. All right. And then I have my lights, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts. Proper color, red. It is used for left, right signal, four-way flashers, tail, and brake. All right. License plate and light, properly mount secure, not broken, cracked, loose, no missing nuts, bolts. All right. The light, it is white and it's clean and clear. You know, the license plate. And then you come over here and you say, I will inspect this side just the way I did on my driver's side. Sir, can you please help me out with with the lights? And Rick is gonna say yes. Cut. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, so you're gonna start off by putting on your seatbelt. Make sure you always have your seatbelt on. And you tell the instructor, can you please put on your seatbelt? He puts it on. And then you're gonna say you're gonna do a safe start. So checking safe start is neutral. Make sure it's parked. And then turn it on. You'll notice also the ABS light is turned on and off, so it's working properly. And then I'll push in the clutch all the way in and start the engine. So I'm gonna start off with my vehicle parts. So I'm gonna do my seatbelt. Seatbelt's properly mounted secure, not broken, not cracked. Also not cut, ripped, or torn, and secure. Attaches easily to the clicker, right? And after that, I'm gonna do my mirrors. I'm sorry, my windows. My windows are properly mounted secure, not broken, not cracked, clean and clear. And then I'm gonna do my mirrors. My mirrors are properly mounted secure, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts, clean and clear. And also they're adjusted to my line of sight, so where I can see, right? And after that, I'm gonna do my windshield. My windshield is properly mounted secure, not broken, not cracked, clean and clear. And also there's no illegal stickers. All right, so that was my vehicle parts. So you kind of go like this, that way you don't miss anything, okay? Then after that, I'm gonna do my gauges. I'm gonna start off with my water temperature gauge. Make sure you point at each one. So water temperature gauge, working properly, it's safe operating levels. This one you're always gonna say wherever it's at. In this case, it's between 150 to 175 degrees, right? Then after that, I'm gonna do my oil pressure gauge. Oil pressure gauge is working properly. It's at safe operating levels. This one you're always gonna say, no matter where it's at, you're always gonna say 20 to 40 PSI, 20 to 40 PSI, okay? Then I'm gonna continue moving to the right here to the voltmeter. I'm gonna press this until I see 14 at the bottom right there. So I'm gonna say my voltmeter is working properly, safe operating levels around 14 volts. Then after that, I continue to the right. I'm gonna do my depth tank. My depth tank is working properly, safe operating levels of no less than 1/8 of a tank. Just like when you do it out there, it's the same thing, no less than 1/8 of a tank. Then I'm gonna do my primary and secondary air tanks. They're working properly, safe operating levels between 120 to 140 PSI. So those were my gauges. Now I'm gonna move on to my controls. The way it's written on the paper, it's a little bit all over the place. So the way I do it, I start from left to right. How much time we got?
Yeah, I got it.
Go.
Okay, so I'm going to do my air brake test now. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off the engine, and you want to be explaining this as you're doing it. Turn off the engine. I'm going to put it to electrical, and I'm going to stabilize my valves, my air valves. Okay, so I'm going to wait for my valves to stabilize. Once I don't hear no more air sound, I'm going to press and hold my brake for 1 minute, and I should not lose more than 4 PSI. So I'm going to wait for that to happen. Reset this timer. So right there, it already stabilized, so I'm going to press and hold it for 1 minute. Should not lose more than 4 PSI. So I'm going to hold the whole minute, okay? You know what, I'm going to do it for just a little bit, just to act like the minute passed. But during the test, make sure you do the whole minute, okay? So a minute passes, I let go of the brake, and I say I did not lose more than 4 PSI. Then after that, I'm going to press and hold, I'm going to pump my brakes, sorry. I'm going to pump my brakes down to 60 PSI, and my low air pressure alarm will come on. Low air pressure alarm is working properly. And after that, I'm going to continue pumping my brakes between 40 to 20 PSI, and my parking and trailer valve will pop out. So right here, you want to make sure you're looking at both the valves, because very rarely, but it happens, one pops out before the other one, and you want to make sure they both pop out. So right there, they both popped out. So I'm going to say my parking and trailer brakes are working properly. They both popped out. So now I'm going to do a safe start, and I'm going to rev the engine to 10 RPMs, and my primary and secondary air tanks will come back to safe operating levels between 120 and 140 PSI in less than 3 minutes. So I'm going to use my timer again. So now I'm going to do exactly what I said I was going to do. I'm going to start it over. The safe start revving it to 10, start the timer. Now I'm looking at my gauges for them to fill up the tanks back to 120, 140 in less than 3 minutes, right? Also, I want to listen to the governor releasing. That'll also tell me when it's done, okay? You can put down the window if you want to. That way you can hear it a little better. Go ahead and cut it and then just continue right now. I don't know how much time you have already. So it'll usually come, and this truck, it usually comes in about 2 minutes. Yeah, it comes back. It fills up. it, stop the timer, stop revving it, and I'm going to say my primary and secondary air tanks have come back to safe operating level between 120 and 140 in less than 3 minutes. So as long as it's less than 3 minutes, you're good, okay? So right there, that was the tug test. I'm sorry, the air brake test. After that, we're going to do the tug test now, okay? So the tug test, we're going to start off by saying, okay, now I'm going to do my tug test, and I'm going to test first my parking brake, so I'm going to push in my trailer brake first. So I'm releasing that one, this one's staying out, because that's the one we're testing. When it's out, that's when it's engaged. This one, when you're pushing it in, it's released. Right there, I'm going to push in my clutch all the way in, put it to low gear, which is first. Right there. Now I'm going to slowly release my clutch. Once I feel a tug, I'm going to push it back in. There. Okay, so right there, my parking brake is working properly. Vehicle did not move, right? Now after that, I'm going to test my trailer brake. So I'm going to take out the trailer brake and I'm going to release the parking brake. So again, I'm testing the red one, which is the trailer brake. Push in the clutch all the way in again, put it into low gear. I'm going to release the clutch slowly again. Once I feel that tug, I'm going to push it back in. Right there. Back in neutral, and I'm going to say my trailer brake is working properly. Vehicle did not move. Okay, so now I'm going to push in both parking and trailer brakes. I already pushed in. I'm releasing them both because now I'm going to go 5 miles per hour to the front and test my service brakes. So right now I'm going to put it into low gear again. I'm going to go on the clutch. Right now I'm not going to go 5 miles an hour, but I'm going to move forward a little bit. Gear, clutch, brake. Right there, vehicle did not lean to the left or right. Vehicle stopped correctly, and service brake is working properly. So right there, I put it back in neutral. I take out the yellow one, takes them both out automatically. And right there, I'm going to say this concludes my pre-trip inspection. Okay, right there, that's it.